Sanji tells Luffy and Yosaku to stay quiet because there is something under the boat. Suddenly, a huge cow named Momu emerges from the water. It is a giant sea cow, half fish and half cow, and it is after their food. Knowing this, Luffy punches Momu and tells it not to mess with the food. Momu gets angry. Sanji kicks Luffy and gives Momu some food, but the cunning Sanji does something to Momu and knocks it down. Meanwhile, Usopp wakes up in a girl's house. This girl had saved Usopp's life. She wonders why this small boy put his life at risk. The little boy says that Arlong killed his dad and burned the whole town, which is why he wants revenge against Arlong, but a witch-like woman stood in his way. Usopp says he is looking for Nami. The girl tells Usopp that Nami is in Arlong's gang and that Nami is her adoptive sister because they grew up together, and they are currently in Nami's house. Nami betrayed her sister and mother to join Arlong's gang. She betrayed them all. Here, Arlong says that Nami can do anything for money and would even forget her parents. Hearing this, Nami is shocked. Zoro says he never trusted this girl anyway and isn't very surprised, and then he jumps straight into the water. However, Nami jumps in to save Zoro and starts hitting him so that no one gets suspicious. A fishman comes and tells Arlong that Zoro was with a long-nosed guy, but he has fled to Kokoyashi village. The villagers are terrified because Arlong has arrived. Arlong demands tribute money from a man. He had destroyed another village because a man refused to pay. Here, Nami puts Zoro in jail, but cuts his ropes and places a sword in front of him. Arlong is choking a man because he has a child's toy, which Arlong mistakes for a weapon. Nojiko tells Arlong that they have been paying tribute money for the last 8 years, so why would they go against him? And she asks him to release Genzo. All the villagers come to fight him. Arlong says if they try to be too smart, he will kill them all. Genzo tells everyone to go back to their homes, saying their 8 years of hard work will go to waste, and if they wanted to fight, they should have done it 8 years ago. Arlong slams Genzo down and was about to do it a second time when Usopp saves him by firing his slingshot. Arlong destroys the house Usopp was standing on, but Arlong's men stop him and take him away. Usopp is terrified and starts running. Nami arrives there, having heard the loud noise. We see a flashback where Nami is sitting in front of a grave. She says she only needs to earn 700,000 berries, but she actually wants to earn 10 million berries so she can buy her village. Meanwhile, Luffy is making Momu his forced pet and sailing his ship at high speed. Arlong is in a rage and wants to find the long-nosed man. The fishmen are chasing Usopp, but he tricks them by throwing eggs from his slingshot and hides behind a tree, only to fall right in front of a fishman. Meanwhile, Zoro has knocked out all the fishmen and is getting bored waiting for Luffy. A fishman named Hachan approaches Zoro and says Arlong is after the long-nosed man, then takes him to Kokoyashi village. Arlong sees his unconscious comrades and gets very angry. His crew tells him that a man named Zoro did this. A fishman captures Usopp and is about to kill him. A fishman tells Arlong that someone untied Zoro's ropes and suspects it might be Nami. Nami overhears this and tells them to stop lying, asking how they dare accuse her after she has been with them for 8 years. Arlong apologizes for doubting her. He mentions that 8 years ago, Nami brought 100 million berries to buy the village, and even betrayed her family for money, so why would she care about the village now? A fishman mentions seeing a map in Nami's room. Zoro realizes Usopp has been captured. Hachan, being an idiot, accidentally helps Zoro and tells him Zoro is coming here. Usopp was about to shoot Arlong with his slingshot, but Nami steps in and hits Usopp with a staff. Usopp says Luffy still trusts her and has come to get her. Nami says she can do anything for money and pulls out a knife. Usopp uses his slingshot to create smoke everywhere, but Nami knows his technique. She stabs him and pushes him into the water. A fishman is now scared of Nami. Johnny sees all this and is in shock. A flashback shows when Arlong first brought her to this house. Nami says she has endured a lot for 8 years. Meanwhile, Momu crashes into the riverbank, and the ship flies through the air, colliding with Zoro and getting destroyed. Zoro says they must save the idiot Usopp who was captured, but Johnny arrives and says it is no use because Nami killed him. Everyone is shocked, but we see Usopp wearing something to hide himself. Johnny says Nami will do anything for money and calls her names. Luffy gets angry and says he won't hear a single word against Nami, believing she would never kill Usopp. Nami arrives and confirms what Johnny said, telling them to leave. Sanji acts love-struck, while Zoro gets angry and tries to attack her. Sanji interferes and they start fighting. Nami tells them to leave the village and find another navigator. Luffy doesn't care and falls asleep there. Nami leaves in anger. A young boy says the Marines have arrived. The Marine captain gives a speech to his crew about their mission to rescue people from Arlong. Arlong finds out and crushes a cannonball with his mouth. A fishman attacks the Marines. The captain says he is Commodore Pudding Pudding of Marine Branch 77. The fishman attacks him, and Hachan creates an earthquake from below, sinking the ship. The villagers lose hope. The fishmen praise Nami's maps, calling her a great navigator. A fishman asks if Arlong will really leave the town for the money, and Arlong says he never breaks a promise. Zoro stays because Luffy is staying. Johnny and Yosaku leave. Sanji wonders why Nami was crying. Zoro thinks it was guilt over Usopp, but Sanji disagrees. We find out Nami put her hand in front of the knife and only faked killing Usopp. As Zoro and Sanji are about to fight, Usopp appears and gets hit by their attack, and everyone realizes he is alive. Nami goes home and gets worried looking at a map. Her sister asks who those people were, noting Nami looked happy with them. Nami remembers the fun times and how she forgot her pain with them, then falls asleep. Usopp tells the team Nami saved him and has a purpose. Nojiko arrives and tells them to forget Nami, offering to explain why she joined Arlong, but Luffy does not care and starts to walk away. The corrupt Marine arrives and says he needs to go to Nami's house. Nojiko says that 8 years ago, when she and Nami were children, they were in this village and can never forget a woman named Belmere. Hachan says he doesn't know who did this. It seems some strange people have come here. These people look at Luffy, and Luffy just walks right past him. Then Hachan calls out to him and asks, "Who are you, and why have you come here?" Luffy says, "My name is Luffy, and I'm just passing through." These people have seen someone pass in front of them without fear for the first time. Nojiko tells that a woman named Belmere raised her. Here Nami wakes up from sleep and starts thinking that just a little more time and Kokoyashi village will be ours. It took us a full 8 years. Nami's childhood is shown, where Nami picks up a book from the library and Genzo catches her and says that stealing is a bad thing. Nami says, "I don't have money, so how can I take what I want?" Genzo goes to Belmere to complain about Nami, but Belmere traps him in her charm and sends him away. Then she gives Nami a light slap and asks, "Why did you steal? You should have asked me for what you wanted." Nami says that you don't have money, that the orange season has been good and everyone's oranges are sold, so we can't increase our price. Her sister arrives and says that if I were in your place, I wouldn't have been caught at all. Belmere gives both of them a light slap, meaning she hits them, and says, "No more stealing from now on," and starts laughing. But one thing is good. Nami is great at making maps, and she even makes sea charts. This is the map of their island. She wants that book so she can learn navigation. She wants to become a navigator. She wants to show the way to ships and wants to make maps of far-off places, and this map is her first hope. These people start eating food together. Belmere doesn't eat, so the children don't eat either because they feel she doesn't have money for food. But Belmere says she is dieting and only eating oranges to look beautiful. Belmere makes a dress for Nami. It is made from Nojiko's dress, but Nami doesn't want to wear it, and a fight breaks out between the two. In anger, Nami says that she is not her real sister, and Belmere is not her real mom, so Belmere comes in anger and gives Nami a forceful slap. "So what if your parents are different? But don't ever do this again, understand?" Nami says it doesn't matter to her. "You are not even our mom. You are just a girl who is taking care of us. You want us to never come here so that you can buy food and clothes for yourself. If we are not here, you will have more fun and can do whatever you want. I wish some rich man had adopted us, not a dirty woman like you." After hearing all this, Belmere says, "Go away from here," and Nami leaves in anger. Belmere feels regret. Nojiko says Nami must have said it in anger and she loves us very much. Nojiko goes to find Nami. Nami runs to Genzo. Nami says that Belmere must be very happy because she won't have to raise me, because it takes a lot of money to raise 2 children. Because of me, the whole village hates her. Genzo tells that at your age, Belmere was no less than a monster. She had kept the whole village terrified. All the villagers believe that she can't do any work properly without a mistake. Imagine how everyone must have felt when she joined the Marines. Many people were scared of her. Seeing innocent people, she used to feel very bad. She wanted to do something. Then she left the village. She was completely injured, and just then Nojiko comes bringing Nami in her hands. Nojiko and Nami are not sisters, and Belmere is not their mother. Seeing Nami, Belmere got a reason to live. Belmere brings both of them to the village and asks to treat them because they both are sick, and she takes their responsibility. Here we come to the present. Nami's sisters come to pick her up, and seeing these two happy, all the villagers become very happy. But suddenly, Arlong's army arrives there. Genzo tells both sisters to go to the jungle. Arlong takes control of the whole village and says that you will have to give me money, 100,000 berries for adults and 50,000 berries for children. Arlong starts collecting money from all the villagers, but if they go to Belmir's house, she won't be able to give the money. They start to leave from there, but smelling the scent of food, these people start going towards her. Those pirates go to Belmir's house. To save her, the two sisters also go. Sorry guys, the episode ends here. To see the next part, please subscribe.